Ladies and gentlemen, oh no, it went away. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here in the Star Ladder Star Series I-League Season 3. We're going to be taking a look at game number 2 between Horde and Cloud9. And, well, I am really looking forward to this one. Mr. Trent Pax, how are you doing? You excited for some great Dota 2? Trent? No! Are you still there? Hello? Oh, I need to disconnect and reconnect. I think that's the issue. Or maybe your mic is muted. That's a possibility as well. Now, I think this is on me.
Radiant team back.
Let's see. I'm sure that everything is going to be fine. In any case, we're going to be taking a look at game 2 here between Cloud9 and the Horde. It's been a pretty intense series so far. It went back and forth. All right, we're going to go back to old school. We're doing it. We're just going to do this, and that's fine.
Reserve time.
Hopefully, this ends up working. Oh, my God. There's some issues. Hello, Mr. Mawpax, Mr. Trent Pax, are you there? Oh God. This is a struggle. This is a struggle and a half. All right. Well, for the moment at least, I'm going to be going at this one alone, and hopefully things end up working out. I'll give you a quick recap as to what we ended up seeing over the past little couple of games here. It was a very contentious game number 1. It felt at various points like the Horde were just going to be able to, run down lanes, and with their lone druid in the ranged build, we were going to be able to, see a quick 1-0 at least to start the game off. But then over a period of time, Cloud9 took a couple of really solid engagements. They were able to sort of run it back and then come through with the win. So really cool stuff out of Cloud9 in that last game. I'm really interested to see if there have been any sort of tactical changes to the way these guys are approaching this game number 2 here, but we'll end up seeing if that ends up happening or not. And still no Trent Pax to join me. That's fine. Everything is fine. It's like that little dog cartoon when he's just sitting there and he's like, this is fine. I'm fine with the events that are unfolding around me. There's been a couple of little issues throughout the day with software and the like. So hopefully those do not continue to plague us. And it says that my voice is connecting.
10 seconds.
So far, Lone Druid banned out in the first phase. We also had the Meepo banned, as well as the Io and the Luna. All been taken out of the pool. That led us to the first pick, Shadow Demon, followed up by the Slardar. And now we have one spot open. Figure out what it is exactly it's going to be. No great surprise there that it's the Horde taking Slardar. Like, this hero has just been absolutely everywhere. We saw him make a really big strides in towards winning in the last game, but they weren't quite able to fully get it going. I'm taking a long time with this next pick here. They've already burned through over a minute of their reserve time. Kind of would have expected. I guess that maybe they expected Cloud9 to go for the Slardar themselves, because now they have the opportunity if they wanted to run an Underlord, but they're actually going to take the Legion Commander. So I was wondering if we were going to see like an Underlord taken in the series, and they might opt to take it now on Cloud9, something that we haven't seen at all today. All right, let's close this out here. Let's see if we can fix this. We're just going to close everything. Had enough of it. No more Dota 2. No more none of this.
Reserve time.
There's that. There's that.
Radiant team back.
One more for good measure as well. Boom. Great.
10 seconds.
So Vengeful Spirit's been the second pick now for Cloud9, so you have a support combo picked up really early. With Shadow Demon and Vengeful Spirit already taken, it does sort of feel a little bit to me at this point as if, you've revealed a good
Dire
amount of what your
team
hand is
back.
going to be. I guess the Cloud9 could go back for a carry Venge, which isn't something that I particularly love, but it wouldn't be like the worst thing in the world. Particularly if they wanted to try and run it a little bit in a faster paced game.
Radiant team
They're actually
back.
going to ban out the Underlord themselves, so a little bit interesting that we see it go that direction. Not often when the team has already taken 2 heroes that could potentially be offlaners do you see them
10 seconds remaining.
um,
Dire team ban.
I don't know. I guess that I just would have thought that it would be a little bit different. But it's fine.
Radiant
I guess that it makes sense. Like, it's a hero that's just so freaking good that you don't want to have to deal with it. They make sure that everything is looking good on the streaming side of things. It does look like it is.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You know, I really don't know what the hell to do at this point. All of the
Reserve
programs are just
time.
showing that it's not working. But never fear, Dota 2 will be here. No matter if I have to solo cast this whole game by myself while trying to solve technical difficulties, which I'm sure won't be the problem. Maybe... Oh, that should be fine as well. All right, so Underlord taken as well as the Drow Ranger. We also have the OD and the Sniper. It is a little bit interesting to see the
10
Legion Commander
seconds
taken in that
remaining.
first phase, but it kind of makes sense. And they do ban out the Sniper as well.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, wait, you heard me. Oh, my goodness. I dropped out of
Dire team
Discord, though.
pick.
Trempax, are you there? I'm sure he'll hear me in a second. It'll be fine. You know what we could do? This would be the ultimate in Ghetto.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I
Reserve
think that might
time.
be what we need to do. Alright, I'm going to disconnect that. All right. This is going to be the ultimate in Ghetto.
Reserve time.
Audio,
Radiant team
unmute
pick.
co-broadcasters. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello?
Trempax, how's it going?
Did we do it?
We sort of did it. This is like the ultimate in Ghetto. This is how I originally. Oh God, you're not gonna be able to hear me when I cut out. This is how I originally casted, like way back in the day when I didn't even have like Skype or Discord or anything. But yeah, what do you think about this draft so far? Cloud9 versus Horde.
Dude, this is some
10
seriously
seconds
gangster
remaining.
stuff right now. This is like when you're in some random in-house league and there's just some other
5
guy in the
seconds
slot and
remaining.
you like talk to them. That was awful. All right. This draft, where are we right now? Slider,
time.
Legion, Disruptor. Okay, so we still need position 1, assumedly, for Horde. I'm digging the SF. We haven't got to see him today.
Oh,
And he's a dope hero.
and a
Radiant
Kunkka as
team
well.
ban.
Not bad. This is both 2 new heroes that I don't think we've seen all day long. Do you like the Shadow Fiend? I mean, we've seen a lot of Shadow Fiend. We haven't seen a ton of Kunkka in professional, I don't think. Do you think he's still a pretty decent hero?
10 seconds remaining.
And I think he was there for one of the grand final
5
games.
seconds
But he
remaining.
lost. I think EG picked him. It's still very strong, I would say. I guess this means
Reserve
it'll be
time.
core Venge then, right? And throw that to position 1,
Dire team ban.
and we'll have an off lane left.
Yeah, a little bit weird. I guess that's something I had talked about it like very briefly. Couldn't it be Shadow Demon Kunkka as like, Yeah, I guess that it is going to be core eventually. Unless it's core Kunkka. You never know.
10 seconds.
Is that a hero
remaining.
that Baby Knight plays?
5 seconds.
I don't
remaining.
think that's on his list of super annoying heroes.
It's on my list of heroes. The guy's
Reserve
great. I love
time.
playing core Kunkka, but regardless, Centaur is going to be the ban out now. Not wanting to have to deal with those shenanigans that I think originally made this team a little bit famous, although it would be in that position 1 spot, of course. And it's also going to be the Ursa banned out now.
Dire team pick.
Okay. Probably not going to see. Oh, it'll be the Omni-Knight. Okay, interesting.
Radiant team pick.
I think in like previous patches, this would be kind of like a Faceless Void style pick, where you get Vlad's or something and run at people, but his cooldowns are kind of brutal for like all the control that you need out of him. Whereas Omni-Knight, it's a lot of value and purification, and it's on that ridiculously low cooldown. The repel is going to
10
really help
seconds
Ember,
remaining.
especially up against Disruptor, who's one of the nicest counters against him. So overall,
seconds
very nice
remaining.
pick. Biggest problem I would see would be AoE setup for Kunkka. He can only really lock in one person
Reserve
and start
time.
combinations. They don't have any sort of a big strat to get him really enabled here. And they're going to abuse that a little bit further with the Weaver pick.
Yeah, that seems pretty great. I like that a lot. I just feel like Weaver is such a great hero in this patch. Like, he constantly feels to me like he's able to, either be played in that supporting type of role that we saw before, or, just go for more straight up damage in position 1. Well, I think I'm gonna try and. Oh, you're not gonna be able to hear me when I do this. How am I gonna do this?
Okay.
Could you
And
actually?
so from what I can tell, it seems like your audio inputs aren't even going into Skype and Discord.
That's really weird to me because I'm also
I get 0 feed.
because they're getting them into like Dota as well as XSplit,
Prepare
which
for
just
battle.
it feels very odd to me. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never encountered this before.
No, this is a new one. This is fresh.
The freshest bugs.
And you can't hear me through Discord either, or Skype. Is that correct?
Yes, I cannot. I can't even connect to the server. I think that there's just something
is-
going on with the, like servers or something.
Interesting. We could try TeamSpeak really quick.
Okay, we could do that. Let me hop onto it real quick. Guys, never fear. We're doing our very best this here to make sure that you get the best, highest quality stuff imaginable. But unfortunately, things do sometimes go awry. Looks like the early movement's
30
out right now by
seconds to
Cloud9
battle.
as well. Noya decided to go for the boots first build on Kunkka. And it looks like there's going to be sort of squaring off and shouldn't end up giving away any bounty runes here either, one way or the other.
Yeah, basically just kind of same build as your roaming slider. Nothing too crazy.
Oh man,
Just roam around, try and make things happen in lanes.
The battle begins.
well, and the Torrent is going to be a little bit off, and they end up being able to just walk away with that one. So Cloud9 pick up 3 bounty runes, not bad at all. And looks like with that, they should be able to. I don't know. What do you think about this tri-lane that it looks like Horde are trying to run? You've got Ake as well as Pablo up top here. They could probably get some action.
Looking pretty similar to last game, right? Where they had Eskill and the Sand King, trying to pressure in that way instead. And try and get him a nice... This is really good because the earlier game we had the Legion Commander. She was just so slowed down. She had like phase boots, poor man shield, and the game was already moving to that mid-game phase. You're trying to mobilize around the map.
Ooh.
Hopefully this kind of an aggressive tri-lane can get her into a Blink Dagger faster.
Yeah, he's going to end up getting caught there for a moment. And, well, Ake taking the damage. The right clicks are coming through, and he is going to Fairy Fire to stay alive. Meanwhile, the Legion Commander continues to deal a good bit of damage, almost bringing down Ace. Oh, yeah, it's going to salve, which, you burn through the salve, but you keep your Venge alive. Rough one.
This is what they want, though. Just this non-stop pressure, support starter, making it happen again.
All right, it looks like my stuff is...
Interesting, they went back to the exact same support duo, too.
It looks like my stuff is completely broken, so we're sort of stuck with this for the moment. Thankfully, it's the last game of the day. I'll try and figure out what's going on,
All right,
but
sounds good.
I can't connect to TeamSpeak at all. So shenanigans abound. Courier? Courier?
Oh, Courier?
Yeah. Won't quite get him. Meanwhile, Rise is trying to escape from this. No glimpse as of yet, as everybody's only level 1, but this game has devolved into madness at this point. Noya trying to escape and doesn't have any tangos to make his way out of there. He's going to be in some trouble. They create a disruption illusion of him and starting to try and bring him low. Might be able to find a follow-up kill here as Ace is in the area, but is it really going to happen? Rise also in trouble. Nobody is near towers right now. They're closer to the tier 2 than the tier 1. Man, really low.
And that mango just not quite enough damage. All right, well, I know last game lasted a really long time, but if you recall, at the beginning of last game, it looked very similar. We just had this crazy aggro tri-lane, forcing carries out of lane, total bloodbath, everyone running everywhere, all over the map, total chaos, and that took us into a really weird mid-game where we were fighting at tier 2s at like 12 minutes, so we'll see if that ends up happening here again. Having the Baby Knight this time on the Ember Spirit, make that a little bit scarier, as he does have that nice early burst, especially when he hits 10.
Yeah. And you take a look again, it's, you know, a bit of an interesting lane down here. Hestajo on his Omni Knight again is just really bringing it to Gorik, and almost like if he popped his Mango there, he might have been able to find a kill, honestly. Kuchi low, there's going to be the jump now onto the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. A lot of damage going to be dealt out. They have the chains connection, trying to find the kill. They do end up bringing him down with the illusions. Rise is going to get first blood, and well, it doesn't look like Pablo is going to be able to punish any further than that.
Well, that is one of the burdens of the aggro try, not having someone to help out your SF in the mid lane. Really guarantee that nice early start.
Oh.
So first big problem here for Scalper. He's kind of a known SF player too, so I guess just showing that Baby Knight upping up his game on the Ember Spirit in recent times.
Yeah, I mean, he was having a pretty decent lane before that. I think he was a little bit ahead of CS, but obviously the rotations ended up making it work. And I'm kind of also thinking now as this game goes on a little bit further, oh, Pablo actually going to get caught out. They're doing kind of a cool build here for the Kunkies. A lot of damage out with the Torrent as well as now the X marks. They're going to be able to pull him back in, but no Torrent's going to be there for the follow-up. Break a salve, back out, jump onto Ake. They have the Soul Catcher. They do have another little Tidebringer coming out, but Noya is going to be able to keep the Legion Commander off of him. There's the glimpse back in, has to juke and jive, but not going to be there.
2-2, and now an Invis rune for Baby Knight, just gonna get burnt, it looks like. Not gonna try and make any sort of maneuver. Of course, he's only level 5 here. Pretty unlikely they can really set much up here.
Oh.
And that just means more focus in the top lane, more TPs back up. E-skill is out of regen. We'll see if Ake ends up bringing him any. And they'll keep applying pressure. They're gonna try and bring Rise mid, but there is a ward.
I mean, you're also seeing this. They're sort of pushing the Venge out of lane, and this is, I think, one of the big problems that you have with this hero is if you don't get a clean start, you kind of just are relegated back into this supportish position, and well, maybe going to be able to do a little something here. He has X marks trying to pull back in the Legion Commander, but now with Slardar showing up, Pablo there, they won't be able to pressure that, and in fact, Noya might end up being the one that gets punished. They have the glimpse, pulled back in. He has a Torrent, no. Doesn't end up hitting, and yeah, can't find the kill onto E-skill.
The old mid-gank phase boots purchase. Well done. Make sure you get back in time, get home extra fast to regen up and keep applying pressure top. But yeah, where's Venge, guys? Venge is gone, just bottom. And soaking up some of Hestajo's space.
Under attack.
Oh.
Yeah, this is pretty disastrous. This is supposed to be position 1. And
double,
getting essentially nothing up there.
Double Remnant in, and they use both of those onto Excalibur. Doesn't end up bringing him down. Just like force them back with a couple of TPs that could have come in. Nonetheless, 6 minutes into this one, and we're sitting with 5 kills, and doesn't really feel like it's going to slow down all that much. You've got all of these heroes that are just great at brawling constantly, and I mean, Omni Knight's already level 6 at this point. Arcane Boots up and online. If they wanted to try and think about going on this guy, Gork isn't super healthy.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
Oh, there's the
middle tower-
dust.
Yeah, but now we have this weird like Kunkka up top.
Oh, if they can find a kill here, that might make it worth it. And yeah, Noya is just going to get dove here. But thankfully, creeps show up. That should keep the rest of the pressure off of Noya. And he's getting
Mid
some
lane.
farm. Oh, that going to be a dead Excalibur? All right.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, baby net with the arcane rune too.
Radiant's middle
That makes it a
tower
little
is
bit
under
easier
attack.
and much nicer for these fire remnants to be recharging too. Top lane, they're looking at Noya. They have vision here. They know exactly where he's hiding.
We'll see if...
Dire's middle tower
I mean, they
is
want to
under
dive
attack.
this one, I'm sure, but it is a little bit scary. And Kunkka is getting close to that level 6. Already has 3 points up in X, so you've got more than enough initiation range. There's the X marks. Torrent follow-up, pulling him back into it. Connects. There's also a Tidebringer coming out. More damage abound. E-Skill's going to end up going down, and I mean, if they're not careful, Ake is here as well. They have another X marks in 1 second, pulled in, and a long wait for this one. Torrent's going to come out again in a second as well. In the mid lane, they take down Excalibur again. Torrent connects. Ake very low and barely left alive. 9 HP. Aces Force back. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, he's been doing a great job climbing back here too, and this is really going to hurt his progression.
Well, they got Omni Knight in the area. We talked
they
about
do?
scrapping it. I think that he's gone. They have another wave of terror in a second, but well, they need 15 more mana.
The sprint lasts so long. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, Noya. They end up not quite able to finish off Noya, it looks like. The jumps away. All right, that'll be enough. They end up getting the purification and they pop Guardian Angel. What the hell is this? E-Skill trying to run away. Torrent is available if they want to go, but they take the X, and that might be enough now. They don't have any more mana on Hestejo, but they end up taking down the Legion regardless. Trent, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, this is game 2. Just carrying on from game number 1. I do love the way that Ace just said, like, going for these kills. Like, he went down bottom and pressured the tower a little bit, but then he just rotated. He's like, all right, I need to, like, find some gold somehow, so I'm just going to start killing people. And it's been working.
Yeah.
But, once again, some headdress stuff running out here, so he'll move into his Help of the Dominator build. They gank mid again. Slowing down Excalibur is huge for them right now. Just that little bit of a lead that was starting to kind of group up here for the side of Horde. As they were pressuring that Vengeful Spirit. They won't be able to snowball that along with the Shadow Fiend as easily as they would be if they hadn't already brought him down 3 different times. So, I mean, he's still sitting on top of the last hit, but that's how well he's still doing.
Oh, man.
Again.
Mid lane, they take him down, and Rise 8-2 raises going into that one, so Pablo wants to chase him down, as does Gork. They end up finding the kill with the Sakuchi damage, and now the duel comes out before he can get off any abilities. Hestejo in some trouble, so they find 2 in the mid, but they did lose their Shadow Fiend.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Man, that was
Radiant's bottom
really
tower
close to
is
not being
under
a
attack.
duel win there, but right at the last possible second. This is already looking quite a bit better than our earlier Legion Commander
Dire's
today
middle
with a
tower is
pre
under attack.
10-minute duel victory.
That's
Baby Knight is still pushing down bottom. Plenty of damage on the tower.
Excalibur facing off against Baby Knight. He is being chased by Pablo as well, but Rise is there to help out his buddy.
Radiant's top tower is under
And now
attack.
turning onto them, they do have the Disruptor coming in as well, and this might end up being what costs them. They're going to get the Purification off, keep Baby Knight alive a little bit longer, jump forward, Remnant connects, Hake is going to drop to this one. Will they get Excalibur as well? It does look like he is going to go down, so another drop for the Shadow Fiend. Trent, how bad is this for his progression?
Those rotations have been so good. That's just like always there at the right time, throwing out these heals. And you just see this Ember and it's so tempting. You're like, oh, I can kill this guy. He's at like 200 HP.
Yeah.
But no,
Radiant's
Ezreal
top
shows up.
tower has fallen.
How bad is this for the Shadow Fiend at this point? Like, is it a recoverable position still, or are we starting to think about, like, I mean, what else can he do?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't think it's so much how bad it is for him as to how ridiculous it is for our Ember.
Okay.
Because Baby Knight has a finished Veil right now. And he also has the backup of an Omni Knight. So I guess I'm not too concerned about him being able to find farm around the map, but his effectiveness in these next fights is just going to be disgustingly low. I mean, these guys are jacked. They have Avenge that is still building in towards a Helm, but is ready to do stuff. It's not exactly a major issue right now.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I mean, the plus side
Excalibur.
is...
Is it happening again? They have the swap.
Oh, God.
Radiant's middle tower is
There's a
under
Howl. Pull back in, maybe? All right, not quite
I mean,
online.
you've come this far.
That's fair. Well, now you take a look.
But how are they ever gonna? Wow, actually, Pablo is rich, dude. He almost has blink. That's massive.
Oh, God.
Could be the big turnaround they need.
E-Skill pulled back in onto the boat, onto the torrent. A kill going the way of Baby Knight. And, I mean, now the runaway. You do also have Rise here starting to drop low. They get the save off, though. Guardian Angel is there, connected on to absolutely everybody. And Horde just scattered. They do not want to fight around that.
Yeah, Baby Knight, though.
Yeah. They connect onto Pablo again, and lots of damage coming out. It's just so hard to deal with them. And they got the chains down to Gork. There's the time lapse backing away. You have E-Skill is in the area, wants to go for a duel here, ends up connecting it now onto the Shadow Demon, jumping forward onto 2. Static Storm is down, but it looks like it's going to be more than enough damage. Another Torrent connects onto them. Excalibur trying to bring down Ace. They do eventually find that kill, but if he's not careful, he might end up dropping as well. They have Noya in the area. A long-range X-Mark would be able to get him in, and they...
Oh, he came back.
What? How does that happen? Oh, no. This... Oh, God. Not like this. Oh, man. Pablo also... That was... Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just like full greed or what.
Oh.
Damn. It's Ember Omni. Pretty good combination when you can manage to just find yourself into a bunch of team fights. And it's so tempting to fight. Like, you look at this lineup on the raid and you're like, okay, well, we just won't fight them over there because the Dire are super scary right now. We'll try and split a bit, get some gold on our SF and on our Weaver. They don't have the best catch in the Dire. We'll just, like, run away. But they're fighting under your shrine, man. You want that fight? That's, like, your safe space. You know, you think you can win that fight. Throw down a static storm. You're like, oh, we won this fight. And then he just gets repelled.
Yeah. No, it hurts. I think that's just, you know, it's one of those moments where it shows why Omni Knight is the king of these type of games. The scrappy team fight ones, they end up working out really well into his favor. And now starting to take down towers as well. They don't have the best tower taking lineup, which is the one small thing that's into the favor of Horde right now. Granted, it's not a complete and total cluster for them. If they lose Excalibur here again,
they've gone full
oh God, yep. All right, they've caught him. They're trying to get press the attack to keep him alive, but he has a static storm down. That's onto a lot of Cloud9 heroes. He does end up dropping though. Ace is going to get disrupted, still kept alive, torn out as well. He turns, throws out the magic missile, not gonna go down, and they can't kill any of them. Man.
Pastor Joe's got the magic hands, dude. He'll always find the right heal.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is
Oh,
under attack.
I mean, Weaver is pushing up in the top lane, and this feels to me like the saving grace is this hero getting towards that Deso, being able to start to run down towers. But it's just so hard to take any type of an engagement against Cloud9.
Never refuse gold given.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I guess now we just see, are they gonna fully dodge now at this point? Is the real question. Or are they gonna try and like smoke in aggressively and try and find a duel, try and come back that way, VP style? Wow, Baby Knight's just in. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Super dead, Remnant forward, chasing onto E-Skill. They also have Pablo in the area as well. Chains come back up, connects onto that Legion Commander. Very, very much not alive. And, I mean, they're looking for more. They want to keep going. Screw towers. We're killing heroes.
It's 21-9. And there's the Midas. I don't know if Pastor Joe was going to go for that. He was saving up the money, but it's just too good at this point, I think, on this hero. Like, he already does enough with what he currently has. Just start getting some experience and some gold coming your way.
Oh. I mean, there's pieces here of, you know, a team fight that you can throw out of Horde, but I don't know, maybe that last game sort of still feeling it a little bit on their side. Not exactly sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Starting to pressure out these lanes. They want to see if they can get at least some kind of trade. They've taken one tower on Horde. But that can change very rapidly as, well, we missed a kill. That happened very quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Damn, dude. This is rough. Alright, well, Deso is about to be done here, so maybe that'll be it. I'm not sure how they're ever going to kill Baby Knight. Maybe crush, amplify with the Deso hit. It would be enough. If there's like 3 heroes there while he gets crushed, they can probably kill Baby Knight.
Yeah. Oh,
Kind of
Ace?
frustrating when his like best build also includes the armor item. Oh man, the courier. That was the Deso.
Radiant's middle
Everything's
tower
falling
is under
apart.
attack.
This is really bad. This is really, really bad. They needed that so desperately. Now gone for another 2 minutes and a half. And in that time, like, how much damage can they really get done? Like, oh god, Noya's about to find Goric. He's gonna juke, but he jukes into the sentry ward? No, okay. He's still gone. That was really close.
He barely dodged.
That was a good play by Noya, though.
Yeah, if he managed to connect there on a TP, that would have been pretty legendary. Well, the 4-man squad of the Radiant will go through to farm some neutrals. I think that's the best thing they do at this point. Honestly, kudos to the Weaver and the SF to being this farmed at this point, because this game has just been destructive.
It's a,
0-7-4 on Excalibur.
I think they call it a dumpster fire. I think that's what it is. It's been rough.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's what we're watching.
Yeah. And
Excalibur will be rocking on into a BKB, no other choice.
they've almost got Blink on Legion, and they do have 20 dual damage, so there's things, but oh, you look mid. Jeez. Oh, man. It just happened so quickly. Like, there was nobody else there but him. A quick little triple remnant. He's just gone.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Damn. All right, I guess let's see why this hero's so fun to play right now.
Is under
Now,
attack.
Tier 2 is starting to drop. Got Ace, Hesta, Joe, Baby Knight. They're all ready to
last
pressure
one.
this.
Radiant's top tower.
And they don't want shrines. They want their Tier 3s.
Radiant's top tower.
They're very comfortable with this type of pressure they're
Max
applying.
Venjora, Alpha Wolf.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What's the dream scenario here for Horde?
It definitely involves Static Storm.
Okay.
Probably a Blink Crush into Static Storm on top of Omni and Ember. That's probably the dream. Just
Okay.
yeah. The only thing is then he's gonna get either hit by Kunkka's Rump, or he'll get swapped, or he'll get disrupted. So they have some issues. They can't just like duel Baby Knight. It's not even gonna do anything. They have 3 different heroes that can cancel it out.
Well, looks
They
like
got
it,
issues.
it's time to go now into Roche, and it is starting to fall down. I mean, you've got the movement in. Like, this is a great place to run the fight, conceivably, if they could get there, but they're just in no position where they can try and defend.
I hope you guys like patient gaming. We're probably gonna see a little bit more of that in this game.
Yeah. It's what, it's still only a 10,000 net worth lead with right around 5,000 experience. It's not the worst thing in the world.
At 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Gotta provide some levity for these guys. But a DD on Ember.
Oh, here we go. This is a nice little attempt here.
Yeah.
Nice little bunch up here. We got our blinks ready. We have our Deso now. Everything is assembled here for the Radiant. One last hurrah.
Oh, look at Hestajo's positioning. This is so good. Maybe in a little bit of trouble now, though. They have the repel onto Omni Knight, trying to keep him alive. On the other side, they have been able to duel Noya. Pretty nice little combo there as well. Baby Knight is going to drop to this, but it looks like they were able to win the duel against the Legion Commander. Static Storm already down. Hestajo dropped low. They are going to be able to get him. Ember is gone, and well, maybe it's going to be enough. It's tough to tell. Goric, as they're just hitting away onto all these heroes in the meantime. They do finally bring down that Omni Knight, and well, Noya and Ace, they don't really have enough damage to deal with this Weaver. Deso is online at this point, and well, trying to run. So much minus armor that's not going to be there. They're going to end up getting wiped off of this. Cloud9 pulling their trademark.
Oh, man. I wonder if they get paid extra whenever they do that. For like the Twitch views or something.
Yeah.
No, that was a really bold move from Horde, but the fight's out a little bit rough because they had the rappel precast onto Baby Knight just as the fight started. So that's pretty much perfect scenario for C9. They weren't able to start off with a static storm or anything, but they eliminated the Kunkka really early. So that takes away a lot of the control elements that C9 have, as well as denies the boat from coming in. And E-Skill got himself a little bit of damage, and then that sickly timed Remnant, or rather Requiem too, from Excalibur. No time to put up the rappel or anything like that, as well as Omni walking into the static storm at a pretty tough moment there when trying to cast some spells. That AoE is deceptively large.
That's quite strong, and it looked for a little while there like they were going to have a nice little fight for themselves. Omni Knight was sort of spread out and away from them, but the fight just became so segmented that they also couldn't get that boat buff off as well onto many heroes. It came onto a couple of them, but not all. So I don't know. We'll see how this ends up going. It still feels like it's quite a large lead for Horde, but you're not seeing the normal defensive items for Weaver, and like they're going for straight up damage. So if they can control this Ember, it feels like there's definitely a strong possibility to get this.
Yeah, Horde just need more fights like that one, where they can solo out the Ember, get him away from the Omni Knight somehow, whatever that means. Ake has done a fantastic job today just breaking up fights using the Static Storm. So if he can continue to do that, they might still have some good chances here. And now Diffusal Blade and the BKB finished up. Wow, that last fight adding a ton of gold.
Yeah, that's great for him. And I mean, it's also his talents he's starting to get. So the +7 to all stats, a bit more survivability there, as well as some more damage. Not bad at all. Any other big ones that are up and online? We get some attack speed for Venge, stats for Ember instead of the movement speed. I feel like nobody ever goes for the movement speed. Oh, never mind. I just clicked on Shadow Demon. We went for the movement speed. But
what's his other one? 6 strength? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't think he's worried about getting bursted down this game so much. At least not strength won't help him.
Yeah. And movement speed is the thing that hero can really use as far as like getting into better positioning and stuff. Ace looking. Is he finding? They pull back in Excalibur. Pops BKB, wants to go for it right off the bat. This is a decent fight for them if they're able to control somebody. Pablo being in control. Ace is going to drop to this one. They do end up taking her down. Baby Knight also going to go down. So 2 quick kills onto Cloud9, and now looking for more. Noya is going to be able to walk away from that one. Looks like Rise will also escape, but Hesta Joe might not belong for this world. He ends up getting out of there. No other way to cancel it. Glimpse from Ake was available, but is going to end up being a tier 1 tower. Not bad at all. Huge swing.
Yeah, they did again. They split them. Omni wasn't near the Ember. Can't help him out. Can't save him. This Veil, bots, blink into the Radiance. No defensive items for a good reason. I got Omni on my team. Why do I need those? But Ake with that stack storm, he did exactly what he needed to. He split that fight up. Didn't even catch them inside.
Oh.
The way he spread it out.
And Noya ends up dropping as well. Gem on the ground. All right. Suddenly.
This is amazing.
They are. What are you doing, Cloud9? You weren't like this before when you were Imperial. This wasn't a Danish Bears squad. The hell?
Well, this is something else. This is me more gold heading their way, and what some items coming out. And this is where this line's gonna start to falter. I mean, you have the core Venge, you lose a couple fights. He's not really scaling in any big items. You will have at least a Manta, so maybe Ace will be able to pull something out, but Joe, he does have 3,000 gold. If he can find himself some sort of mobility item and add that onto his Greaves, maybe he'll have a better chance at keeping Baby Knight up.
Oh, Pablo is there. He has a crush available. Can they go for it? Oh, a little bit off the mark. That would have been huge because they potentially could have held him there long enough as Remnant would have ran out, and then obviously Diffusal Blade to slow the movement speed, but didn't end up working. But Radiance now for Baby Knight.
I actually can't believe this is brought back to 0.
Yeah. That was such a substantial lead. Now going back the other direction, and both of these teams need a win really badly. If you go down 2-0 or 0-2 rather at the start of day one, and you've got all of these other great teams that are still to play, that's not a good look. Pablo looks for it, catches on to Baby Knight.
Crash on the Baby Knight.
Glimpse. They have Static Storm. It drops on to Hestajo, but really a great way to take that one. There's going to be the Blade Mail pop. Baby Knight going to be swapped out for the moment. They do end up being able to find the kill on the Legion Commander instead. A nice boat goes out as well. Everybody has the rum buff. Horde trying to bring this one back. Noya is going to drop. They might even be able to find another. Baby Knight is slowed, and he's basically out of mana at this point. Does have the Blink Dagger to get him out and away. But the bugs, it's not quite enough to get the kill. It was really close. All right.
Dude, these have been quite the games you have brought me in for today, there, friendo.
Appreciate you.
It's a good thing they cleaned up all these objectives when they had that huge lead on C9.
Yeah. And, you know, all of the shrines down at this point pretty much, and there's still got to be worried. Like, the Weaver split push game that could come out later if they need to make that happen is really hard to deal with. But, and they're winning fights, so I don't know. Do you think the Radiance is going to be enough to really make the difference as the fights go on, or is that not really the biggest deal in the world?
I think it does change quite a bit. I mean, 4 of their heroes are putting out quite a bit of damage just from right clicks with Slardar, SF, Weaver, and the Legion Commander. So that mischance is going to add up. General damage going through the whole fight too, as he's being very slippery and wiggling his way around. It really just comes down to these defensive saves coming through the swap, the disruption, and the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the Omni Knight on top of all of that. So
this is scary right now.
Oh, he's killed. Ooh.
They expect that Legion is alone right now, and well, it's not going to matter. She's just dead. That was really well played. But movement up.
Good invasion there. Good smoke past some vision.
Getting ready to start going for high ground now. You know, you got the Mantis style up on Ace as well as the Shadow Demon illusions, and Baby Knight feeling comfortable just sending back the Remnant and then being over here to the side.
They're really starting to feel the pressure of this game.
Yeah. Very close. Baby Knight, they jump in, they get the crush onto 2. Boat is already out. It is going to not connect onto anybody, and with the Static Storm down as well, Ace forced to run away. They have Gork who's going to chase now, and they get the glimpse back, pull him back into it. The duel is there, and is he actually hitting on anybody? They do end up finding the kill with dual victory going to E-Skill. This is a complete and total comeback. They're going to be ahead.
Yeah, C9 are feeling a burden that, you know, the later this goes, they're just going to keep losing more and more controls. They try and go high ground there. They don't get off the Guardian Angel. They're missing out on a lot of their defensive capabilities against this lineup on the side of the Radiant.
Oh.
And now Baby Knight going to get caught out. Ooh.
Pablo.
Yeah, he should be caught.
Yeah, that's really good, though. Oh, man. And again, so much damage being dealt. They end up finding the kill in spite of the Torrent. And I feel like, to me, the big pickup this game has been the Shadow Blade for Slardar and Kunkka losing that gem. That felt to me like such a huge turnaround point, because Pablo's been able to get these initiations and scout out for his team so many times.
Yeah, and you really need that Shadow Blade against Ember. Blink a lot of times just won't cut it.
No.
And Pablo, even when they were losing, and it was at that kind of crazy point where it was 10 minutes in, and we're like, all right, this game's over. And you look at Pablo, and he somehow had 1,800 gold out of this support role, and you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe they can turn one of these fights or something here. And although it still took a little while after that, it was just that ridiculously early Blink Dagger that got him catapulted up into a Shadow Blade so early.
Man, really impressive display right now from Horde. Going down, like being up big in game number 1, and then somehow Cloud9 being able to pull it back. And now the exact opposite mirrored in game number 2. You can't write this stuff. No.
So where are we now? Is it really just? Oh, the experience is 10K. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty big margin right there, and talents are really starting to matter as well. 15 agility for that Weaver. We got Shadow Fiend as well, who's the 2 damage per soul, so he is dealing a lot of damage.
The other thing is the gold is going to start scaling so heavily in the side of Horde. It doesn't really matter that's even right now. You look at their heroes farming over the next 20 minutes, it's not even comparable to the Dyers. Like, the Radiant are going to farm so much more around this map versus the things that C9 have.
Yeah, absolutely. And now moving towards this tier 2 tower. Excalibur. Slaughter doesn't have a... He has a TP in his backpack, which you can come back to, but... Yeah, this is feeling like it's sort of, I mean, almost Horde's game to lose at this point. It's really, really tough. And that Vengeful Spirit, who was feeling so strong in the early stages, is just not really providing the same level of utility. But they take down the tower, ready to come back and defend top if they need to.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Baby Knight, he is still going towards that Lincoln Spear. Pretty standard item when it comes to this build, and decent game for it with both Duel and Glimpse. Again, Pablo, the Shadow Blade.
Oh my god, they found him again? Yeah, he's going to be able to get out of there,
That's
though.
no bueno.
I mean, at some point, you need to start thinking about building back into, like, another gem for your team, right? If you're Cloud9. Do they have one? They don't have another one. Or is it just too scary?
Yeah, no, it's actually queued up on Noya right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to buy one.
Okay. Oh, God. Ace. Pablo spots him. Yeah, they're not wanting to actually end up going into that right now. It'd be a bit too scary, dealing 480 damage apiece, or a hit for Venge. Well,
C9 are keeping the right lane pushed out here with top heading on out. Aegis is still going to last for another 2 minutes, but they might not get anything out of it. Oh, they're going to smoke.
Weaver did some
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It looks like they want to just shut down this last tier 2 tower, move in, take down those shrines. As far as Cloud9, what's their objectives over the next couple of minutes? Is it built around trying to, like, just keep the lanes pushed out, or what's up? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
basically, push the lanes out, and deny it. Wow, mid lane
That just can't happen.
annihilated.
That's much too much.
They need the lanes pushed out. They know they can't really fight high ground right now, especially while this Aegis is up. I really like the items that Hesijo went for. I think the Blink is just a necessity. They had too much time keeping track of his Ember, which kind of lost them their snowball potential here.
Yeah.
And then just the Greaves, trying to help him survive.
Oh, Ake, he cancels the TP. Hesijo isn't going to be there for this fight. Oh, no. This is terrible for Cloud9. They're going to jump forward, take down one, can probably take another as well if they want to, or just keep the pressure on. And with no Omni Knight there, big plays coming in from the Disruptor. And they pull back in. BKB pop for Goric. They're just going to keep turning onto this tower, take it down. They have the Force Staff coming out from Excalibur to keep him alive. He has his BKB still to pop, as well as the Aegis soon to go down. They need to kill him off, but now the Aegis is now there, and with BKB about to be back up again, we'll see if they go back in a second time now. Throw out Requiem of Souls, and Immediate Guardian Angel, Static Storm now down onto 2 of them. It's keeping the Omni Knight contained, at least for the moment. Ake going to drop to that, but they get the melee barracks, and majority of the heroes are probably going to get out of this, I think. Yeah, Chain's not going to connect. Skill turns. Thinks about fighting this, but doesn't want to commit the duel. Good decision.
Through anger lies failing. Never refuse gold given.
Nicely done by Baby Knight, getting that chase going. Might even find a courier here,
Radiant's
perhaps.
bottom barracks are under attack.
That'll get out.
And they are huge. Good stuff. The Shadow Fiend now building into the Butterfly. We'll have it very shortly now if he wants to. Do you think that you're saving for buyback at this stage still for Horde?
No, I don't even think... Can they push your buildings that fast?
Yeah, not really.
Nah. At the same time, though, all of your bases are gone, so I don't think there's any real rush. But at the same time, why bother? So Excalibur doesn't care. He's like, nah, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna lose this fight by Butterfly.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, he's just dealing so much damage as it is. A big
Jeez,
tanky
Gork is
maelstrom.
also rich, dude.
Yeah. They've been doing quite well for themselves. And the BKB, is this the Bloodthorn game, do you think, for Horde on the Weaver?
I was gonna say yes right away, just because of the Omni and the Shadow Demon, as well as the Kunkka, but Noe is actually close to Guiding Greaves of his own, so if that happened, he might even just get a secondary pair, even though they already have one. Hesijo
Right.
can just purge it off with the Guiding's Greaves, so it might be better off just going for the damage.
Okay. He's also going for an Aghanims on Omni. Not something that you always end up seeing, but kind of an interesting little pick there. And time to start taking down...
Then again, it would give you True Strike versus the Radiance. Maybe it is okay.
Looks like they want to fight this. Oh, good jump away right there. Hesijo realizing the duel was coming straight for them, and now they still have the Omni. Actually, in the background, Pablo turns to fight Baby Knight. A lot of damage being dealt out, and looks like the Torn is going to connect onto 2 over there. Still in some trouble. Pablo, they're chasing down after Baby Knight. They want to try and find that kill. He gets the crush, and he gets the kill. Pablo crushes with his last dying breath, and that's 2 down for Cloud9.
What a day.
Yeah.
These are some strange games.
It's been a weird one, not gonna lie. What was a 10,000, 12,000 net worth lead is now going the other way, almost the same amount.
Well, not going to be able to force back the Ember buyback. Maybe a little bit disappointing for them, but they already have the melee racks top. Don't want to go too crazy. Just going to be patient and wait for the next Roshan. It'll be up in 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah. Finish off Shrines.
Excalibur. Rocketing.
God. Well, and you mentioned...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You mentioned earlier that he's sort of one of those players that's fairly well known for his Shadow Fiend play, and it was a couple of rough rotations ended up taking him out earlier, but certainly proven that he's well capable of making this hero shine. Looks like he's going back for the Satanic next as well. I love this type of Shadow Fiend build where you just turn into this like whirling monster of death, just right-clicking fools down. It's great.
That's the way to go. They still have that gem on Pablo too.
Yeah.
He's closing in C9.
Noya's been able to pick up his as well. Got that a little while ago. Well, Ace up front and center, very far away from the rest of his team, and they do get actually a ton of damage coming out, bit off more than he can chew, and he ends up paying the price. Gork is also going to be trying to turn on to Ace, see if they can find that kill. Weaver dealing a bit of damage. Hesijo is right on top of him though, and they're going to be able to keep the rest of their team alive. Ace starting to drop below now because of Excalibur. Requiem of Souls ends up getting broken. He is going to go down as well. 4 dead for Horde. Weaver is going to be able to escape, but man, oh man, that was a terrible fight for them.
Regeneration.
Oh, they didn't see the other gem.
Is it down still?
So Hesijo leaves it behind. Yeah, it's sitting by this.
All right. Interesting.
Gork's gonna head in there, grab that thing.
He probably will. He has that level 25 talent now too, the plus 200 Sakuchi movement speed.
Radiant's middle
That
tower
thing is so
under
good.
attack.
But nonetheless, great fight for Cloud9, showing they still got some spunk left in them.
Yeah, sadly, can't capitalize on anything, doesn't seem, without Ace. They're not going to head into Roche. Yeah, the Butterfly versus Butterfly. And yeah, I'm not sure if Eskill knew the Butterfly was there or not, but he jumped in there and he kind of got annihilated.
Oh. That was a great play. And I mean, also just that and the Guardian Angel that came out to keep alive the Vengeful Spirit. It definitely felt like it was like just super baited out. But
All right, well, cool. We do get our Bloodthorn now.
yeah. To me,
That makes Baby Knight's life very difficult if he doesn't have Tetsujo.
how high do you rate this, the like movement speed on Sakuchi, as far as 25 talents go? Oh, Lincoln's popped, but unable to follow it up.
I would say it's pretty far up there.
Yeah. I always feel like it's just so strong every time I see
I mean,
it.
you look at someone like Cloud9. Wow, that is a dead road.
Just for Weaver. What a hero. He is very large and in charge now. And I mean, with all the movement that's going to come out in the midst of these fights, they really like have to get an X onto the Weaver to try and shut him down. But I don't know if it's even going to happen. You do have +2 seconds Syrian Chains now for Ember, so it's up to 5-second duration.
Yeah, he's already got that Octarine core queued on up there.
All right. And here we go. 42 minutes into the game. Cloud9 up 1-0 over the Horde. Can they finish it out, or are Horde going to push it and make it 1-1 this best of 2? If they somehow manage to come back and win this game, this series, the whole day has just been absurd.
If C9 win this, I feel like everyone who abandoned their C9 flare needs to immediately run back to it.
Yeah. Remember why you're
Because
fans of
true
them.
C9 will have returned if they win this game.
Yeah.
It's all about the highs and the lows, man.
It's the best. It's the best at times, the worst at times. The antidote to and the cause of loneliness. My goodness. Well, Pablo. I mean, if there's a play to be made, it feels like part of it could be off of this Shadow Blade, but very tough to make that happen with the gem going on. Who's actually holding that now? Omni's got it. Okay. That makes sense. He needs to be able to spot out if Weaver's coming in on him.
Never refuse gold given.
Well, I think they're making the right moves here. In the Dire, just kind of staying chill. Not going out. Can't allow anyone to get picked off here by the Slider, so they just do their thing. It just, the damage between Pablo and Gorik really gives them a lot of power in terms of those two heroes alone are able to kind of hold down this whole part of the map. Make sure no one's taking advantage of this from the Dire side, and then you've got these guys just kind of farming away down bottom.
Yeah.
Camp to camp, wave to wave.
Ace?
They're so far out.
Okay, well, I guess another bait trying to keep himself alive there. Almost ties to the, Bloodthorn proc, but man, that was... Guardian Angel down? I don't know what that was. That was very strange.
Yeah, they had to use the Guardian Angel. It was an attempted bait because they wanted a full 5-man fight, so then they could turn around into it and like actually engage them. But it's only 2 heroes, and yet they can still almost annihilate that entire hero of Ace. So the advantage in this position holding of Horde is pretty ridiculous. That looked like there was like 4 or 5 heroes attacking that Venge, then you make that save, the turnaround AoE, crush and boat and all that kind of shenanigans, but nothing there.
Well, now, they're front and center. Baby Knight is trying to take this fight to them, and for the moment, Excalibur is fine. So deal some damage to the tower, back on out, and with all of the lanes pushing in, feels like it's Horde's time to shine. Excalibur is such a monster right now. Also has buyback available on top of, everything else. Butterfly, Satanic, BKB. It is going to be really hard for Cloud9 to be able to control them. All right, they break the Lincoln Sphere, trying to chase after him. They have the duel onto Baby Knight. Lots of damage being dealt. They are going to get out the Requiem of Souls onto Ace. It's not quite enough damage as of yet, though. Weaver has already gone down, but now they have it on top of him. Bloodthorn, Baby Knight gone. Has buyback. If they want to use it, they're going to come right back into the fight. Immediately returns to his Remnant, and Shadow Fiend down low. He ends up going down. Gorik trying to escape. He's going to get his Sakuchi up, but they've also lost the Disruptor, so 2 gone, and man, oh man, is that Weaver fast. So low HP and
single-digit HP.
Whew.
Those top barracks are under attack.
Man, oh man. They got the buyback on the Ember. So really need to try and force out a buyback right now from that Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, you can see the stark difference. Like fighting high ground up, they have these mobility items too. Just the Omni's so far back. It's very difficult for Ake to find some sort of position with that stack storm that it can stop the saves coming out on top of Ember. He did survive through the duel just because he wasn't able to silence up the Guardian Grief, or rather the Guardian's Angel. But just constantly stacking that Bloodthorn. The cooldown is so low.
Yeah.
It's only 11 seconds. And the second one of that engagement, able to make sure that Ember was going down for that first death.
Well, here's one scary thing right now. If you're Cloud9 is, I mean, if they do manage to jump in on top of you, Ember Spirit, well, he now does join the team, so a little bit less scary, but trying to take down these barracks, force out a glyph, realize that they do not want to have to take this fight. Oh, Pablo, don't worry, nobody saw. I'm sure it's fine. They back out. Disruptor, glimpse back in onto Ace. He has swap available if he wants to use it. Chain's going to hold Gork in place. We do have the X mark now, but that will just be enough to make sure that Cloud9 does not get chase stacked down.
So can't force the buyback.
And now you sort of have a win condition here if you're
now
Horde.
we run into problems.
Yeah. If they manage to take down this Ember Spirit.
Kill Ember. The gank squad, the goon squad are on it.
Not able to catch. It is still a problem, though. I mean, even if they take a 5-on-5 engagement here, the only way that Cloud9 won that before was because Ember was able to buy back. They have it on pretty much everybody else.
With the Agnums on the Omni Knight, though, as long as Omni's not caught with Baby Knight, he can just get him from across the map now.
Yeah. That's a really good point. But they also have Diffusal Blade on Weaver, so I guess that they can also take it off.
That is also true. That is an issue.
This is a tough game.
I gotta say that's yeah. Oh. That Omni Repel really hurts the change. The uptime is so much worse than it used to be. Although you can't purge it, which is great, but like 11-second downtime is pretty painful.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I mean, I guess that the plus side to it though is like there isn't a way to counter it anymore, which is a thing. But oh god, Ace is I think dead. Yeah, this is a big problem. Tons of damage coming out with the Bloodthorn. They immediately take it off with the Diffusal Blade. Meanwhile, the boat comes in, not going to connect onto anybody. There is the Rum buff applied, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop the push that's about to come this way. And they don't have Guardian Angel. Venge does have buyback.
Here, Hester Joe was a fool like me. Didn't take that Diffusal Blade into account. It's like, oh shit.
There's the buyback. Excalibur, Manta Styles away. Well, I still don't feel entirely comfortable taking the fights. I mean, with Aegis now gone, Roche is going to be back up soon. They obviously don't know that, but it might just be time for them to wait for it. It's a pretty short respawn time. Oh, and look at that. That's what you need.
They're running low on that that buyback time for Ember, though.
Yeah.
As he's only is like what 2.5 minutes until they'll have it again.
There should be a nice little window here where Roche will be in their hands, I'm assuming, but you still won't have buyback. If you're Weaver at this point, I mean, I know he has a Manta queued up. Is it time to think about going Rapier, or is that the way that you throw the game here?
That is definitely how you throw the game here.
Okay.
No need for a Rapier. They're in solid control.
All right. What about for Cloud9?
Yeah, well, it would be nice if your Ember was still like the old style, but I don't think it would do enough anyway in this game.
Okay.
Octarine Core is going to be a lot more valuable than any sort of a Rapier, and you don't lose that if you die.
Yeah. Well, Roche now starting to go down in what could be a final push. Cloud9, who were once up 10,000 net worth, suddenly back down, and well, it's about almost 20,000 the other direction. If they can somehow manage to pull it out, it would be something. I don't know exactly what it would be, but it would be something.
What do we have? So we have Match Missile does go through spell immunity. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Grace. No one else is rocking anything important, are they? No, not really.
Yeah, all the other ones have already been seen, I believe. You do get some things with Slardar pretty soon. Plus 10% bash chance is pretty nice. Well, I imagine you just go strength, jump in. Okay. Disruption onto Excalibur, still fine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like they're going to try again in just a little bit. Weaver pressuring the mid lane while the rest of the team is their bottom. God, Weaver is just such a
Hawkeye's
monster.
gonna try another sneaky ward.
Ooh. Press the attack off Excalibur.
Going for crush.
Yeah, found Hestejo. They have the silence onto him as well. This is not the way that you want your Omni to get caught out, but all right, nice little play there. They're able to get the BKB off. They do get the Guardian Angel as well. A lot of damage being dealt, and that is a dead Omni Knight. Gem on the ground as well. Goric trying to chase. Able to find and kill off Baby Knight as of yet, but they've already taken out one of the tier 3 towers. Now Excalibur also in trouble. He goes down too. All right, the buyback from Omni paying off. They're going to try and chase now. Baby Knight needs to escape from this one. They jump forward, trying to get the duel off. He is getting away, at least for the moment. That's at least the Aegis down. And Pablo also is going to die. That's 3 gone down. Can they kill off the rest of them? A dead Disruptor. They do manage to bring down the Ember. He has buyback, but Goric is gone. Now also he's going to try and run away. 4 buybacks across the board by Horde. They want to end it right now, but I don't know if they can. They don't have an Omni Knight on the side of Cloud9. There's 3 gems on the ground. Go pick up your trash. Mopax, where are we at?
Just 6 buybacks. That's pretty standard, I'd say. 7 in total, sorry, with the Omni dieback.
8. Yeah. Oh, 7, sorry. Yeah, I can't count. NA math lol. Can they take this fight?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Both BKB Satanic. And that cheese that he didn't use on Excalibur.
All right. X, a little bit of nerves going on right now. They have the duel. All right, this is looking really, really bad if you are on the side of Cloud9. They buy back on the Shadow Demon. Baby Knight trying to do his best as he is almost able to bring down Pablo, but Baby Knight is gone. No buyback. That's 2 minutes. He's out of there. Shadow Demon's doing a lot of damage right now, but Excalibur just pops the Satanic and goes to work. Now, with only the Kunkka and the Shadow Demon left alive, this is feeling like it pretty much is over at this point. Cloud9, they took game 1 in spectacular fashion. Game 2, they lose in a similar way. Trent, what can you tell me about this series?
Radiant victory.
I can't tell. I don't know if I would tell people to go back and watch it or to not watch it. Pretty much the best way I can sum up this series.
Yeah.
I'm like on the fence. It's one of those tough situations, I think, where you're just so far ahead and you're pushing and you're pressuring and you're getting all these objectives across the map and you kind of feel invincible. But with the way comeback mechanics still work, that one fight at the shrine, big plays come in, the crush, Ake come in with the stack storms, just dividing up that Ember and Omni Knight, and you saw the problems they could bring to them. And with the new way that Omni Knight works, with the repel not being purgeable, but also not having that like 2-second downtime that it used to, it's much harder to keep that one super core alive and allow your Ember to be completely flawed.
Oh no! Oh shit. I'm sorry, Trent. Alright, I cut off Trent. I'm the worst. Oh, I feel really bad about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I quit out of the game, which means that we don't have Dota TV audio anymore. Which means that because we were doing our getaway of making that work, we don't get to hear Trent's final thoughts. We got to hear a lot of them. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll bring up the scoreboard. I think he was just wrapping up right then when we finished off anyways. But regardless, absolute pleasure casting for you today. Me and him will be back again tomorrow. We'll sort out the audio issues that came up throughout the day. We got the FPS and everything else working by the end as well. But yeah, at Lyrical Dota, at Trent Pax, give us a follow if you feel so inclined. You can follow us on Twitch as well. You know, the great twitch.tv. He's still Mott Pax on that, I think. And then I'm Lyrical Gangster with an E instead of a 3 because we're awful like that. I think we're probably going to be streaming at some point soon. But most importantly, continue to follow the Star Ladder Star Series I-League Season 3. And guess what? If you guys want to, you can hop over right now, switch up to that little taskbar and put a 2 next to the _EN. And then you'll be watching the Americas one. And there's a lot of great games that are going on for America. I think that there's an NP versus somebody game that's happening. There's a couple of really good ones, so go check it out. We got a couple of people that are going to be casting that, and it should also be hosted on this channel after the fact. So have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm going to go play some Dota. I hope that you guys do too, and keep on following Star Ladder Season 3. See you guys next time.